Is London the restaurant capital of the world? Was the topic of a conference in 2000. It was a long debate, and finally New York was concluded the restaurant capital, but London offered more variety. However, 10 years later, one of the most famous chefs in the world, Alain Ducasse, declared London the gastronomic capital of the globe. In fact, housing more than 7 million people from different cultures, London is currently having at least 5,500 restaurants with the diversity of cuisines and international dishes. Now let's find out how people based in London think about the cuisine here and if they share the same idea with Alain Ducasse.
So where are you from?
I'm from India.
It is easy for you to find restaurants serving your national cuisine here in London.
Yes, actually you can see the London is the multicultural city, and you'll find the multi-cuisines restaurants around here, and it's not much tough. You can find almost every third person is Indian here. So most of the people having their own business like the Indian restaurant, and so it's quite easy to find any kind of Indian restaurant over here.
And how do you compare the taste of those food here with those in your home country?
Let's see, when I was back home in India, there is a different, you can say the spices that we made in India and that same spices they made in India, it's quite different taste. They are giving the different taste. Like that's when I have the food in India, it's more tasty rather than this. So it's quite similarities between the two food.
And what do you think about the food quality, price as well as service of restaurants here in general?
Actually, as you can know, the London is the most expensive city in the world. So it's probably the price is probably the high here. And where goes to the food quality, it's comparatively same, because the same recipe they use to make the food and all that things. So it's comparatively same.
Wow. And in 2010, France's most famous chef Alain Ducasse declares London the restaurant capital of the world. And do you have the same idea?
Yes, as I told you, it's a multicultural city, and you'll find the people here around the globe. You can find the most restaurant over here.
I'm from Poland. It's quite easy for me to find Polish restaurants. The taste is pretty similar, considering that they're using the original ingredients. It varies when they use products from England. Probably varies a bit because we use more organic things back home. Plus I do agree that London is the capital of the restaurants.
I am from Bulgaria, and it's not really easy to find a Bulgarian restaurant because there are only quite a few, just like 2, and I've come to know them from friends, not really from something that you can find on the street. The quality of the food in here is definitely more different than what is in Bulgaria. I'm not saying better or worse, it's just different, because in Bulgaria we use organic foods that we grow, because Bulgaria is the country where we grow potatoes and tomatoes, and here they're not organic, most of them, so they use them.
Where are you from?
Hungary. It could be true that there's an awful lot of restaurant. I just don't think it's worth the money. I think it's a homemade cooked meal. It's much better than going out to have a fancy restaurant and a huge plate with 1 teaspoon of meal. That's just not worth 50 quid.